Here's how you can pull off 20 of the best GAROU tech perfectly, 100% of the time. By the end of this video, you will be able to master nearly all of them and climb into the top 1% of the players. Starting with our first technique, Kyoto. You've probably heard a lot about this one. There are two variations, which are shift lock and unshift lock. Mainly for shift lock variation, you use flowing water, then flick your camera to a direction and instantly use lethal whirlwind. And for shift lock variation, just unshift lock and move into a direction and then wait for the last hit of flowing water and just dash and use lethal. Remember, timing is the key to do this tech. Lethal flow. Lethal flow, also known as reverse Kyoto, is one of the easier versions of Kyoto and less risky. First, you have to use lethal whirlwind, then use flowing water after your opponent gets slinged by lethal's impact. Time it right and use flowing water. There is a jump variation where after lethal's impact, you hold jump and then use flowing water. If you're lucky enough, this variation is inescapable. True Downslam. This is the best tech that GAROU has. To do this tech, you need to do 3 M1s into Downslam, but you need to jump while doing M1s. This tech is a bit complex but is better working when you have 100 touch ping. All you have to do is jump and M1. You need to delay your M1 by 0.1 second after you hit the jump. This way, you should be able to hit them. You can just double click on third M1 to make a Downslam. Lethal extender. This is another complex GAROU tech which is quite useful but hard to hit. It has two variations which are shift lock and unshift lock. For the shift lock version, you need to use lethal, and when its impact hits, you need to hold space and make a perfect circle to hit their chest part and they will be hooked. There is another shift lock version where you hold space and front dash, then flick back doing 360 and hit your opponent. For the unshift lock version, you need to unshift lock and make your character face the camera, then hold space and dash. You need to shift lock back to revert and hit your opponent to hook. This is a bit harder than the shift lock version, but once mastered, it's more consistent. Flowing extender. This is the easiest yet a luck hit move. You need to use flowing water and wait for its last hit. Once you see its last hit, you need to front dash in a semi-circle. This version is a bit inconsistent, which is why I like to do a flick instead, which is the same but better than the semi-circle hit. Lethal hunt. This is the same as reversed Kyoto. You need to use lethal, and when it's about to fling your opponent, you need to jump and use hunter's grasp to catch them. It's quite ping dependent and it only works against 100. True uppercut. This is similar to true Downslam, but you need to do 3 M1, then hold jump and M1 to hit uppercut, then use a move. People mostly use hunter's grasp with this tech. This tech is inescapable for low ping players. Flowing hunt. This one is like Kyoto, but instead of lethal, you use hunter's grasp. You need to use flowing water, then click left or right, then use hunter's grasp instantly. You either side dash and catch or side dash and flick a little backwards to catch more accurately. There is an unshift lock variant which does the same thing. Flowing water, then side dash and use hunter's grasp. The unshift lock version requires a little delay as it's giving more distance, so I suggest using the shift lock version. Last hit ride. This is heavily a ping dependent tech. You need to use 4 M1s, then use a move to catch them before falling. Make sure to hit your last M1 on their shoulder so that the hitbox gets stuck and gives you a chance to catch them. Samdak. Just like last hit ride, you need to use 4 M1s and hit your 4th M1 on their shoulder and use hunter's grasp. Make sure you're holding W while doing 4th M1 on their shoulder. This tech is different as it's not ping dependent. Twisted. This is the main extender of GAROU. You need to do 4 M1s and go a little backwards holding S on your 4th M1, then dash instantly. True twisted. This is another variant of twisted, but it's true. After hitting your 4th M1 as said in twisted, to make it true, you need to flick your camera and hit them instantly so they get stunned and not be able to use RGC Block. This is another best GAROU tech. After using lethal wind, you side dash, and when they fling and are about to drop down, you need to front dash and hit them. If you hit them, then they'll be stunned and ragdolled at the same time, blocking them from using RGC. There's another variation where you do 4 M1s, then front dash. Just like twisted, but you need to delay your dash a bit so that they don't get flinged. Hunter's Grasp Pull. This is the most basic tech of GAROU. Once your opponent has ragdolled, you need to use Hunter's Grasp. Hold S and M1 at the same time, then release it so that they get a little distance. After that, front dash to catch them. Headers Extender. This is a universal tech which works with every character, but GAROU does it the best. To do this, you need to do the same as true uppercut. Do M1, hold jump and uppercut. After that, dash and flick 360 to catch them. Another easy way is to do it with unshift lock, which is way easier. Do headers uppercut facing the camera, then dash, shift lock back in midway so that you can revert to hit them. Backdash Cancel. This is basically a tech which cancels your backdash animation midway, replacing it with a move which is an unpredictable tech to use. You can combine it with a hook dash and then use it with flowing water. The way it works is that you have to use a move and use backdash. Activate the move, then instantly do backdash. You can combine it with Kyoto as well, making Backdash Cancel Kyoto. Hunter Ride. In this tech, you ride your opponent's head. This is a luck dependent tech. You need to use Hunter's Grasp, hold W and space at the same time to end up on them. Skyoto. This tech is to make Kyoto easier. You do the headers uppercut tech, then use flowing water and use lethal to make Kyoto. This way, you can connect your flow with lethal easily as the hitbox lands from a higher place. One-sided move. Sometimes it's a really useful tech to catching your opponent off guard. To do this, you need 4 M1s, then side dash and use a move immediately to catch them mid-air. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's your top 20 GAROU tech. You can watch them again to learn carefully what I suggested and what you're doing. Keep up practicing and you will eventually master all of them. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comments section or join my Discord server, which will be linked in the description. Also, do you want me to cover the best techs of other characters too? If yes, then comment down below and subscribe, cause I will surely cover them.